Hello everyone, this is RetroZuki81. I'm about to show you a Shenmue secret that is from 1995 of sparring. And let me give how the significant relation it is to sparring. Okay, now watch. And like so, when I'm sparring, I get too close to someone. I can find them and nail it just right. No, come on now. Warehouse number 8. This is warehouse number 8. Okay, I've got to do it. Let's play it like so. So when I'm sparring against someone in class, and when I get too close, there was someone, or why is it? I don't know. What am I thinking? Muahh. Bumper show. Is that what that was? I come from a generation where there were Saturday morning cartoons, and I would watch the Muppet Babies. Okay, maybe there was a student there that reminded me of Miss Piggy. Maybe there were 2 or 3 students that reminded me of the same person, but how could I know? Can I go back 31 years ago? Let's go after forklift number 2. Time I'm sparring. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not sparring. When you get too close to somebody, okay, so when I get too close to somebody, if I'm trying to see, because this is a non-contact federation, I'm trying to show respect and holding back to not, maybe that's the wrong word, but you're trying to not assault somebody when you're in a non-contact sparring training session with someone within our federation. So, how to really word it right. Say, so I don't want to kick someone really hard and bust bust something on their body or break a bone or, take their head off. I don't know what I'm saying sometimes, but I don't want to kill them. So that's how powerful I was during sparring. If I'm sparring against a woman or a man, it's like I keep saying Muahh because everyone's not a man to me sparring. Even if they are men, I might even say that to the gods. That's a dot. Because I have to do whatever it takes. Well, I have to, yeah. Okay. I mean, just in the sense that I have to do what I know, like how to say it. I have to go with what I know. Maybe I could say that, but because I don't want to be disrespectful. But it's just this is coming on to me. Okay, how to really translate this correctly? This memory flashback, it came to me just now, and it reminds me of my history in 1995. See this? What's this? 9595. What is this? What is the number of this forklift? Forklift number 5. I wanted to not do that. I didn't want to honk at the guy, but it just came out the wrong way. So it came out the wrong way. Sparring this. I don't want to honk. It's not this is not Mario Kart, but then again, they don't have horns in Mario Kart. So I'm just, I don't know. I didn't know. I guess I didn't realize that, forklifts have horns. How do they? Well, I don't realize that because well, maybe they don't all have horns. Do they all have horns? See, that's something else too. I have I may have rode a high-low a few times before, and I just don't remember. Now, that's something else about myself. Right. What do I do with this box?
Finished for the day.
I think I'll just leave it there. Go home. I'll leave it by the port. I don't care anyway. I spin sidekick this guy.
Here, son.
Gonna fire me.
Thank you.
No, that's
I'm gonna
disrespectful.
need
You
you to
can't do
try harder
that.
next time. Got it? You gotta meet your quota.
Spin sidekick.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Shuffle sidekick. Oh yeah. Jump shuffle sidekick. Oh yeah. You don't want to do that. Like if I'm Ruzuki, and I know I am, I don't just do that to somebody at random. And if I did, that would be really dangerous. That'd be deadly and fatal to do with somebody like that. Usually a shuffling sidekick. Well, you see, when you have a shuffling sidekick, this is all... okay. You should have a shuffling sidekick. If you can do a shuffling sidekick, it must be like, okay, this is my interpretation of the shuffling sidekick. You can do a shuffling sidekick with a higher jump.
Maybe I should ask around about the Mad Angels.
You can do a shuffling sidekick it's like it could be considered like the Bruce Lee sidekick. It's like a signature move. But they call that what? What signature move do they call that for Bruce Lee? That's something that I forgot. So the difference between a regular shuffling sidekick is... Let me complete my sentence correctly before I get way too ahead of myself now. And I'm going to rename this this video, and I think I'm going to do it right now. The video is worded wrong. The title's wrong. Let's do the title. Can I rename title again? Is it possible? No. I don't think it is, because... How is that? Okay, I'm going to come back on the second broadcast briefly here, and I'm going to start on the next video about the sidekick. This was a part of my history about sparring. Let me complete this video here. So this video number 1 about Shenmue I. This is coming from this is likenesses from 1995 that are my history, and the Don teachers know these things. And let me explain this as simple and as as unslow and simple and as right on target as I can. So this is the story of this is the story of Shenmue, as you know, that is directed by Mr. Yu Suzuki, that is produced from Yu Suzuki and headed by Spain, Sega. What did I say? I say it wrong. Not Spain. What did I say that? Sega is owns. I don't know how it's linked to Japan, and it's linked to Mr. Yu Suzuki. Yes. So Shenmue is it reminds me, this guy is like the likeness completely of myself, except for there's a lot of moves that I did not do that they didn't put in because they were maybe useless for Shenmue 1 and 2, or they were just too deadly looking and too deadly, too brutal, too violent. You know, I mean, really, it's really real, because this is from a real experience in Michigan, when I trained in Lincoln Park, city of Michigan, off of Ferris Road. it kind of reminds me of the likeness of also of a Linkin Park band, Shell, but also the Linkin Park band itself. That's a likeness, and I believe it is because I found some real correlation to this topic on the internet. Did the Linkin Park band just sing all those terrible songs because people were so offended by my talent of being Ryuzuki? Should I apologize to the planet 31 years later? Now, this is what Linkin Park band reminds me of. Those guys are like, well, how many people witnessed my talent there that year? I don't know why they're singing about they're mad, they're stressed, they're hating everything. And okay, it's not meant to be insulting to people, but actually it's like this. It just reminds me of teenagers, adolescent years in a generation, decade time where they're just hating everything, rebelling, not acting right, not behaving themselves. What is it? I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with like let me how to explain it. I found that there's some kind of record deal or something more to the 1995 year. And while I'm at it, there will be a time later. I believe there's some kind of link to Skylar Grey. There's a song, but I can completely justify the Grey song, or is it the Shady Grey song? Why, you know me, Grey or something? No, I'm not really like that, but I'm also in the likeness of being like Japanese if I have to. And that's only because I am not, properly respected to be informed correctly. And it's so much more that I didn't really understand about being uninformed from someone, I may not know how to explain it. The more I say, I don't want to put anyone in danger, in a way, because it has to be understood that if I do the martial arts, and when I did this for Shenmue, worded correctly, when I did all these things, it wasn't for someone else. It wasn't for the non-teachers. I didn't do this for the non-teachers. I did this, I was thinking of Japan. So when Skylar Grey does sing this about a gray, this is some kind of shady Grey song, you can look it up. Now, how do I say it? Yeah, I'm horny as hell for women, girls, but they don't think I'm anybody in Michigan. And here I am, still here. I'm Ryuzuki. I'm going to leave one day. And I'm a guy that's Ryuzuki, the only one on the planet. Okay, it's Retro Ryuzuki 81. So that was a great moment. All right, so there's that, and then these are things. This is a band that reminds me of Linkin Park, Michigan. Skylar Grey is some song, and then the Linkin Park band itself has some. There's like a record label or something that's something about Linkin Park, Michigan, or Michigan. But I believe there's some kind of link maybe to my trainings, Linkin Park band. Really, I do, because some of the words that those people sing in the songs are reminding me of training or something, some students potentially. But that's something I have to talk about later and in another broadcast. What I'm trying to focus on in this broadcast here, so back on subject again, this Shenmue, okay. So this is what I'm saying. This is a game that it's just... now, what was I saying? Firstly, oh yeah, I remember. Now I remember. The Muahh. This reminds me of when I was sparring with people. I came pretty close sometimes to almost landing contact, with a kick or a block or a strike. And if I blocked hard enough, another student's, Sundown Kokyugo or Jungdong Kokyuk or another blocking a block, blocking a chagi like a kick, blocking a Kokyuk punch, strike. All these wordings are in Korean, but if I block a move a certain way too hard, it might cause pain. That's another thing I had to keep in mind, being this strong. So when I block moves of other students, I have to be aware of their limits, because my blocks were really strong and powerful. And then if I would have kicks, strikes, those are also very powerful moves. So you have to be aware of your other opponent's strength and their limits, limitations, because the other student may have very low limitations. Like what I mean, it's not to be like insulting to the other student, but you have to be respectful and not hurt them if you know you're stronger than they are. This is how the Federation is. So you have to have like a mind for your other student, and be aware of their body, be aware of their power, strength, their speed, their accuracy, and their striking power and their distance. And so it's like you're teaching someone else within the Federation. That's how we think. It's like, this is how I think if I was to teach someone, or even when I'm sparring someone to get better at martial arts. So this is like that. And when I say Muahh, Muahh, okay, I'm thinking of the Muppet Babies. But this is the reason I was this way. I was at a younger age, and I was age 13, 14. No, I was age 14. And I would say Muahh because I didn't want to assault the other opponent in combat match. And if I would really land a roundhouse kick on somebody, that would be pretty bad. That might be the death of them. There's been other kids in class that have died recently. Well, not recently, but like, this is like a Korean martial art. It's not really Americanized enough. That's not meant to be taken as an insult when I say Americanized. So this martial art is, it's supposed to be Korean, and it is Korean, but it has its its ways that are meant to be taught, the way it should be learned. So when I say like, Muahh, that's so I don't drive through or kick someone too hard or punch someone too hard. And the power I had back then at 14 was really, really, really above and beyond any kind of insanity I could imagine. The power was too much power at times. So I know I had to hold back. And the power was like fused with the speed sometimes, but this is what I had. I had a lot of self-control with all the power and speed. Today it feels more explosive power and speed inside, but you got to maintain that key. And when I maintain the key, like I try to do, even these days, you can do that. But like, see, the power I'm feeling today is not the same power I felt 31 years ago, to be exact. But this is like a power that comes from self-discipline and self-control, and it comes from all these traits: perseverance, courtesy, that's the Duk, Mudokwan, and many other things. And let me continue furthermore. It also gives you indomitable spirit. It's like the same as Taekwondo. This same kind of training in a way, in another manner of speaking. Yes, sir. All right, so I'm going to. Oh yeah, I forgot. What was I supposed to do? I can go home now? Maybe I can go home. See, this is the thing about this video game. Oh wait, but before I go home, I have to continue on the next broadcast. Will they let me out? Yes, they will. Okay, what I will do is I'm going to end the broadcast, and then I'm going to rename it because it's named incorrectly right now, and I'm going to rename it, and then I'm going to start my new video on the next broadcast, and speak about what? Okay, actually, you know what? I've gotten so ahead of myself. Let me explain it now within this broadcast, and I'll do it right now. The difference between a shuffling sidekick and a jumping shuffling sidekick is the Bruce Lee shuffling sidekick is like you jump with going forward in like feet. You like how to explain it? You jump forward further and with more power. And the shuffling sidekick, you can jump higher too, but you're going to land going, forward or vertical upward, however you identify it. So it's horizontal, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And I say, and I say FCC. Did you hear that in the corner? Don't we like the NSA in the year 2026? They never had this in 1999. You're not supposed to know that. Just like in 1995, you're not supposed to know these things. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Okay, so back on subject. As I said before, the Bruce Lee sidekick is a horizontal sidekick. You're jumping forward. You're jumping at a height. You can get the height up, but you're focusing more on jumping forward at a horizontal level. So, like, if it's Taekwondo, so let's say I'm doing a Taekwondo fancy geometry move, playing games with angles in the air. All right. If I'm doing that, I'm focusing more on, like, the angled kick at a fancy vertical or diagonal target, then you land it back in the fighting stance. But I'm focusing more on like going forward at a horizontal forward stance, like sideways. You're focusing on doing it like that, and really, well, actually, why am I'm starting to have some kind of funny feeling in my mind. Like, should I have done this before to another student? But I don't even want to. Well, it's like I don't want to know, but I do know, or I don't want to know. And why am I thinking this? Maybe it's about the pits. Olives have pits, but I don't want to just go there. And that would be kind of mean, because that was like a time where, I'm thinking about the Inuyasha, what do they call it? The ending, the final ending. That's a time when there's someone, and it was like not a real bad thing, but it was like a time where, I might as well, if they'd been eating a Greek salad in midair, and playing with my salad, but I don't want to just do that because you want to set it down, and then there's a problem. If you don't eat the Greek salad, you waste it. Yeah, it's like that kind of, because I'm from Detroit doing these things. Yeah. So I'm not trying to be real funny, but I'm just trying to give it some kind of, make people think more about something about myself. But this is kind of off subject. See, I'm trying to make people, when I say something like this, I'm trying to get people to read between the lines if you follow my broadcast. So if you can follow my broadcasts, which are my videos with the stories I'm talking about and the people that are actually the likenesses of other characters, like Joy or like maybe like Fukuhara-san. I don't know what I'm saying about like I don't know how, but I believe that I don't really. I mean, how to explain it? I know better, but this is the problem. I was not compensated to shut up about the disclaimer. I'll repeat it. I was not compensated by anybody within the Shenmue Corporation, correction, Sega Corporation, Shenmue Project. The Shenmue Project is more exact. Nobody paid me. How to explain it? If I could send message to YS Suzuki Net or something, what is his name? Team U. I was never compensated to be quiet about what I know, what I believe I know, or what I know. I'll go with what I know, whatever. This is talking about code name Joe Ryu. To go with what I know, like the man that erased his name.
Look at the time. I really should go home early today.
I'm not paid to be quiet about the disclaimer, but I'm going to go home and then I'm going to start again the next broadcast. But this is because the reason I'm speaking of these different topics, I need some money. If I can't get a job in Michigan, where are my human rights at? So I can't get a job in Michigan. Is it my fault if I apply to McDonald's and they don't hire me after an interview or two? I think it was just one interview within the last year and I cannot get a job. But this is, like, I would not say where the location was, but it's McDonald's, and okay, I applied and it just didn't sit right with me that I didn't get hired one day. But this is another problem. While McDonald's is a special place to work or eat, maybe not to work, it's a special place to eat in Japan. It's an American restaurant, and I know it's special in Japan or like in Asia or in another country that's not America. Now this doesn't sit right with me because I'm Ryuzuki. I'm Jin Kazama. Why am I Jin Kazama? Did you know, everyone, that in Tekken, the movie, the one starring John Fu, the martial arts movie actor John Fu, so he has a look of Jin Kazama. This is how I perceive John Fu. He has a look of Jin Kazama. He does. He has that look, nice hair, pretty nice body. It says online he has Singaporean descent and English descent. I have English descent and I have Hispanic descent, or also Native American, Native Canadian American, Canadian over the bridge American. What is it? I'm right close. I'm right by Canada. There are Canadian Indians in Canada. Is it Canadian Indian or American Indian? So, and or also Indian descent. I believe, I'm starting to believe, or have reason to believe. Is it this guy named Keith? Keith Mishima? Not sure. I'd like to really know, but well, there's a picture on my YouTube channel. Not supposed to know where I got it at. Alright, so there's that information. And this picture on my YouTube channel, it reminds me of something depicted as Kazumi. But if you pay attention to the lady looking like that on the picture, it's the same. Like if the lady you see in the picture, look at the lady also on on TV, Kazumi. They both have fancy rings on their fingers. Now that's interesting. And the hair's the same. I don't know who this woman is because this woman is not looking like.
I'll do this tomorrow.
Okay, that I'll leave that at that, and then so there's that kind of knowledge. Say perhaps it's late now. I should go home. All right, so what am I supposed to do? Oh yeah, save again. Okay, so I'm going to go to sleep now, and when I wake up, I'll turn the game off and rename the title. And thank you everyone for tuning in to my broadcast. And this is Retro Zuki 81.